first guest is the writer and performer of an autobiographical solo show entitled Father, Forgive Me for I Have Sinned. The show tells his story of growing up as a Puerto Rican in the South Bronx, surviving in a world of stereotypes. Our guest also has an interest in making his own films to tell stories that may be considered taboo in hopes of making a difference in the world and inspiring others to think outside the box. Please, José Roldan Jr. to the set. Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
Good. Well, you fit right in here, thinking outside the box.
Absolutely.
So welcome to Open.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So share a little bit about your story, because you wrote it, you're acting in it, and everything.
Absolutely. Basically, what Father, Forgive Me, I Have Sinned is just an autobiographical story, as you said, of just growing up in the South Bronx and just dealing with everything that one has to deal with living in a neighborhood that was just full of violence and full of all type of negative activity, and trying to find myself getting out of that somehow. And what I've done is I've taken the story and I've introduced characters in my family and how I intertwine those with dealing with situations on the outside.
Okay, so in steering away from the stereotypes, in essence, what you're saying is like you actually took stories to make fun of yourself and your family and your upbringing, so that you can actually just relate, so that people can relate to it from a humorous perspective.
Absolutely. There are some serious moments in it, but it's definitely comedic, and I mean, you'll cry, you'll laugh, you'll just enjoy yourself and have a great time with it.
All right, so just give us an idea of what the story entails. Like, can you give us like an overall synopsis? Is it vignettes, or does it actually tell a storyline?
It's actually a storyline. We start off with just introducing a couple of characters in my family and how they...
Like who? I'm trying to find out. Like, who?
The first character that's introduced is one of my cousins, Hiram. And he's one of those thugs that you normally see in the street, you know what I mean? Calling out in there with the pants all the way down on the bottom, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hiram. Hiram wearing the things down to here. ¿Qué pasa?
I could never understand why they do that. I ask them all the time, like, how do you hold up your pants? You know what I mean? But it is. And then we go into other characters. We go into my dad.
Do you actually go into how they hold up the pants?
Absolutely.
Because they walk like ducks. Oh, we'll just leave those there. I'm sorry, but it's so true. They walk like ducks.
Right.
I don't get the whole appeal to that look. I don't get it. I'm not attracted to it.
It's not at all. Actually, what's so funny is that I actually tried to do it one day, and it's not that easy. Like, you literally have to get your pants to stretch farther than what they really are, because my thighs at least are bigger than my backside. So it's not as easy as you think.
Right, but I mean, really, I don't mean to spend our whole segment talking about the pants, but I'm always, when I see them walking, I say to myself, now, is that that's like an art itself, just to keep them up?
It is.
I don't get it.
It is. It is.
I don't get it. All right, so you make fun of Hiram. Hiram is the character that makes fun of the...
Right, he goes out there, and he's out there and he's himself. So he's the one, he's the one being the thug, so out there. So I'm actually making fun of him when I bring his character out.
Got it.
So, he comes out, and then my father comes out, and I make fun of my dad.
Okay, what kind of dad did you have?
Very strict, very machismo father. And
Very Latino.
Very Latino.
Very Latino.
Very, very Latino. Puerto Rican to the utmost. And, again, just dealing with that relationship with my dad. So I go into... the hard times we had, the good times we had.
Did he speak with an accent?
He did not. My mom actually spoke with the accent.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
What's so funny is that my mom spoke with the accent, and she's fluent in English and Spanish, but my father can only understand Spanish, but he won't spit it back at you.
Oh, well, I'm very familiar with that. I'm Puerto Rican, and I'm third generation, and I speak Spanish because, I chose to learn how to speak Spanish, which really everybody, if that's part of your culture, you should learn your second language. You should. But, I don't condemn those that haven't, and I have cousins that actually, they understand it fully, and then they respond in English. It's that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just relating to what you're saying, because it's like, wow, they're actually having a Spanglish conversation.
I mean, I'm fluent in Spanglish.
Right.
I'm completely fluent in
Spanglish. We love that.
Exactly.
You're fluent in Spanglish. So your mom, do you do imitations of her as well?
I do imitations of my mom, my aunt, which is my favorite character. Actually, she's the monologue that I was looking on doing today for you guys.
Oh, cool. You give us a taste.
Yeah.
Well, aside from the taste that we're going to get live on set, I believe we have a video of you. Can we show that, and can we go over that a little bit?
Sure,
Just
absolutely.
to give everybody a little taste, because this is actually going on this weekend, right?
It actually opened. We opened up yesterday.
Yesterday, right? How was that? How'd you do?
It was an amazing performance. We
Yeah.
had a nice little crowd that came out, and it was very intimate, and everyone loved it. They completely loved it.
All right, so look, here we go. What are we looking at?
Well, basically what we're looking at now is this is me playing my dad. My dad used to be a DJ when
Right.
he was younger, right before he had us. And my memory of my father was he would sit down in his underwear and his tidy whities, because you know back then they would wear their tidy whities with their wife beater.
Right.
And he would clean each vinyl with a pizza cloth and some water, and he would make sure that there wasn't a speck of dust on it. And he would spend hours upon hours just cleaning every single vinyl. And we would walk in there and try to talk to him, and he was concentrating. He didn't have time for us.
I see.
We had to leave him alone. There was nowhere in the world we could actually have any conversation with him.
It's hilarious as we get a little chuckle from the DJ over there.
Right, exactly.
She understands because
Exactly.
she's
She
playing
said,
on vinyl.
the minute I said it, I saw her. She's like, yeah, exactly. I was just doing it this morning, right?
DJ that girl's house. Woo, that's hilarious. So, that's actually funny. Just
Yeah.
looking at you, wiping, or like just making sure that the vinyl is shiny like a mirror.
Exactly. And that's exactly what he looked. He looked for his reflection in there. And it
Interesting.
wasn't perfect until he saw himself.
Interesting. So before we actually go to break, because you're actually going to do a performance first, let's share with everybody how often the show is going to be presented, because you've got a couple of weeks. However, we want to make sure that you guys get out there and check this out.
Sure. We have a show opening tonight at 8 o'clock at the Studio Theater over at Lehman College here on campus. And we have another show tomorrow night at 8, Sunday at 3. And next week we have a Wednesday, Thursday performance at 8 o'clock, a Saturday at 8, and a Sunday at 3 o'clock. So there's no Friday performance next week.
There's no Friday performance.
And
next week.
tickets are free. So
free, people.
Free.
Love that. That's my favorite word. Free. Or thrifty. Free or thrifty.
or like my sister says, free 99.
Free 99. Ay, pero qué cosa. Free 99. I like that one. So, okay, here's the other thing, people. He is part of a solo artiste. He's one of of four, right? So it isn't just his performance. So how long is your performance?
My performance is about 50 minutes altogether, but we have 3 other performers that are going up, and theirs combined is about 50 minutes as well. So you're looking at, with a 10-minute intermission, about 2-hour show.
Nice. That's nice, of different voices and,
Right.
and different stories.
And different stories being told.
Beautiful.
So you should definitely come out. It's an amazing performance.
All right, so if people wanted to obtain the information that you just shared on air, online, where would they go?
They can go to my website, JoséRoldanJr.com, and you'll be able to see a link right there that'll bring you to the whole site.
All right, cool. JoséRoldanJr.com. Okay, I don't know why I decided to talk with an accent. I swear he's going to go do an accent just like that in a few minutes.
Maybe.
He just sent it to me. All right. No, we do have to take a quick break, and thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having
Forgive
me.
Me, Father, for I Have Sinned will be featured at the first annual Bronx Solo Performance Theater Festival. And again, once again, for more information, you can visit Jose's website at www. Did I say too many W's? Anyway, JoséRoldanJr.com, and or you can go to lehmanstages.org so that you can get their overall schedule. And well, don't go anywhere, because Jose is actually going to give us a little taste of Forgive Me, Father, for I Have Sinned when we return. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Before we went to break, we got a little taste of some conversation with José Roldan Jr., who's actually going to be performing in the Bronx Solo Festival that's going on here at Lehman Stages. And now he's going to give us a little taste of Forgive Me, Father, for I Have Sinned. Let's give it up for José Roldan Jr.
Aló, Miriam. Bueno, ¿cómo está, chica? Sí, mami, ¿cómo no? Tell me, what do you want to say, mami? Claro. Ajá. Bueno, linda, mami, if you want to keep Juman, you got to do exactly what I told you, okay? Ajá. Tú vas a ir para el supermercado a buscar un steak. Sí. Ajá. You're going to take the steak, put it in the nevera, mommy, and you're going to put it in the nevera until that time of the month. Linda, you know what time of the month I'm talking about, okay? Uh-huh. Mommy, when that time of the month comes, you're going to take it out and you're going to put it in your panty. Sí, mami. Yupanti. Ajá. Claro. Bueno, you leave it there for 3 hours, mami. 1 hora por Padre y la otra por Hijo y la última por Espíritu Santo. Amén. Ajá. Mami, and after the 3 hours, you're going to put it in the frying pan y échale cualquier cosa tú quieres echar, mami, sofrito, cebolla, adobo, cualquiera. Ajá. Claro. Bueno, mami, when it's frying, tú vas a hacer un prayer a Santa Bárbara. Sí. Adiós. Mami, what do you mean you don't know Santa Bárbara? Ave María. Santa Bárbara, Miriam Santa Bárbara. Ahora tú lo conozco, ¿ok? Ajá. You're going to say a prayer to Santa Bárbara, mami, and you're going to go and you're going to take the frying pan, tú vas a sacar el steak, and you're going to give it to your man, mami, and trust me, that man is never going to leave your side until the day he dies 6 feet under, and the worms are eating his flesh. ¿Está bien? No te apure, linda. Mami, you know my consultations are always right, okay? Okay, mami. Ciao. Call me and let me know how it works out, linda. Okay, mami. Bye-bye.
That's your mom?
That's my aunt.
That's your aunt.
We call her Titi Bruja. That's my aunt.
Titi Bruja, Titi Bruja, who gives consejos
She does.
de carne. Hilarious.
Yes, and she seasons it very well.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
José
having me.
Roldan, he's going to be performing tonight. Once again, the time?
8 o'clock tonight, Studio Theater, Lehman College.
Studio Theater, Lehman College. And once again, if you are interested in more information on the other performances, because this is going to be going on for a couple of weeks, you can go to lehmanstages.org or joseroldanjr.com.